What's going on, everyone? Hobby Hound here. Hope everyone is having a great day. It's an impromptu stream. I was talking to Clint. I've been sick off and on. And I wanted to do it while you guys were here. So cheers. I figure why not open some like kind of throwback football. 91 Series 1 is going to have your Emmit Smith rookies in it. 90 Series 1 is going to have the Emmit, and the 91 no one really of significance. There's a lot of errors in these. It's actually quite nutty how many different errors are in there. I need that Santa card as well. I hear ya. What's going on, James? James has a very trustworthy name. So it is the hefty cinch sack pack bags. I really don't know why people thought it was such a good idea back in the day. It must have been some sort of huge cost savings. Actually, let me bring up the trading card database on the 1990. So, question: do you guys spell pro set one word or two? I've always done it as two, but I see listings where it's like one word. So, dang, that promo card, the owner, Ludwell, I think it's like $350. All right, so here's the ones of significance. There's a Fred Marion, and I remember having this, several of them. It's kind of like the goldenrod era. It's one of the 49ers belts kind of coming out, and it looks like his penis. And then there's a Eric Dickerson, which is just basically, I think they pulled the card because of a contract dispute. But there's a whole bunch of other ones too. Like there's the different Jeff George cards too. Everybody's with two. Gotcha. Junior Seau. Yeah. Always good to see Seau in there. Trying to think of what card I'm thinking of. You're right. They consider it a rookie. The 89 is the traded, Chuck. So I think that's what you're thinking of. There are traded cards. I mean, he should have been an 89 scorer. Imagine what that card would be worth. But yeah, that's what that. The Pro Set one is definitely a rookie. It's probably the stupid XRC thing they did back in the day. I don't know. Clinton, are you just naming off things, having fun, or I have no idea what you're doing? All right, here's the Super Bowl card. That was a subset. And then the propaganda. So much of the propaganda in these. Ron Holmes. I think that was a special one too. The Man of the Year. There's a lot of rookie coach cards too. Like Chuck Noll, I believe, is a rookie coach card in there too. Gosh, almost like everybody who's in there, I think, right? Every coach. Unless I can't think of a lot of people having coach cards before that. All right. Wish I could put up on screen the Fred Marion. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I want to say that most of the ones I've seen pulled are the one with the belt. Got some bear stuff here. It's weird. The second card was bears in that too. So we got a theme going on. Off the top of my head, I don't think I'll be able to remember every single error. But shout out to Jeff and his 81. There's Art Monk. Bruce Coslett. Wow. There's going to be a lot of coaches that'll be like blast from the past. Bubby Brister. The Bubs. He was I believe, backup for Denver for a while. I want to say that I met him at like some kind of signing. John Hand. So that's my stepbrother's name. I always save these cards and send them to him. I'm sure he's probably like, why are you sending me these cards? It's not even me. But you know, if you have somebody who has your name, I think that's kind of a cool thing. The closest I have for mine is there's a Jim Bakken who played with the Cardinals. All right, so I will definitely get the set of Super Bowl cards, one per pack, so there'll be 36 of these, and then most likely the leaders cards will definitely have that too. There's one of the leaders cards is the error. There is an error, but I think that's like in series 2. Yeah, series 2. It's one of the Emmett Smith. Hey, Bill. Yes, I don't want to say same as before, but yeah, it's not good, and I'm hoping when I meet next month with the pain management doctors that they listen. I appreciate you. How are you doing? How's it going? The House of Silver and Gold. Yeah, definitely would love to get a Santa. I was thinking the other day, the Lombardi one, I remember distinctly the shop the LCS that I would go into, they got a case of it. Maybe multiple cases. It was like a pallet of, they were looking for the Lombardi, and they had a metal detector. Oh, spa. Yeah, they closed our pool area and whirlpool. There's a Singletary. Some of the images on the back of here, I mean, this is a inexpensive product, to say it kindly, but Rod Rust. But it looks good. Who the heck is Rod Rust? There's Schottenheimer. Good old Marty Schottenheimer. Here's another one of the, I don't even know what this set is called, but the gold border. Bart Oates. The Payne Stewart one. I think that's like Series 2, possibly. Tell you the truth, I didn't do enough research on this, Chuck, because like this is this is impromptu. Not even planned, obviously. I was having issues with the image. Talking to Clinton about it, I couldn't get it to approve, and then I figured out it was because Instagram wanted approval for some reason. Smug mofo. Something about Jerry Glanville, man. Yeah, Chuck, I wish I could tell you. I'm sure it's in trading card database. Look at that, AFL versus NFL. What a crazy thing, you know, that the AFL quite literally thought, the heck is that uniform? Is that a bunch of people put together? It's like a Frankenstein. How much do the gem mints go for, Clinton? I brought a few of these cheaper Pro Set ones to get signed by the Bears players. You know, the free autographs that I had along with my VIP for the National. I can't find where I put the cards, the autographs, though. There's Zendaya, just kidding. Tony Zendejas. A lot of kicker cards, too. I mean, Pro Set, they did everybody's cards. I think there's an Andre Rison, possibly, rookie, in the Colts uniform. All right, so it's the corrected version. Here's Fred Marion, and there should be a belt hanging down right here. Darn it. Well, it is what it is. So I'm going to say that this is an entire corrected box, but some of the variations, the corrected are harder to find than the actual card itself, like the Jeff George ones. What is the Tom Hudson error? Oh, just names. That's kind of boring. All right, now we got to just go for the Santa. Wow, Santa's that much? That's nutty. Super Bowl 6. Another John Roper. Wade Wilson, too. Remember, he was decent for a while. These coaches. Steve DeBerg. The foot of Gary Anderson. Jim Mora. Wasn't Mora the one who was like, playoffs? He was one of the people that did that. There's the Tuna, showing off his physique, looking good in the sweater. I always like Parcells. Bo Jackson. How much is the bow? Interesting artwork. So I'm guessing this is what the programs look like. The heck? Look at that creepy clown. I'm sorry, but you don't put creepy clowns on posters. Gary Zimmerman. I think that's Zimmerman's rookie. He was a good tackle. $1K? Jeez. Okay. I guess I'll put the Zim over there. Ernest Biner. Alonso Highsmith. Wow, there's a lot of Lewis Lips. Yes. Otis Anderson he had some great years for the Giants. There's the Rison. Andre Bad Moon Rison. Do a Bermanism, right? Maybe it's just an error that I'm thinking of with that card. I don't know. It's Randall Cunningham. And he was such a great quarterback. Well, exciting is what I should say. Because he just never got the whole package worked out. Sorry. Card 155. Every pack so far is a Super Bowl card. Yep, that's what I was saying, Chuck, is it's like a weird theme there. Plus, every single pack obviously has had the whatever that gold thing is. That's a nice one there. Very patriotic Super Bowl 10. Orange Bowl in Miami. There's a there's a bear. We got Singletary. If you think about when they were making these cards too, their collation was set up purposely like that. There we go. Jerry Rice. Look at those numbers, y'all. I mean, for back then, that's pretty amazing. Ray Childress. The Al Toon. Charles Haley. That's a nice one, too. Mike Johnson, Pro Bowl. I want to say that there's a few Pro Bowls that are error cards, too. Error cards, too. Dave Meggett. That's a rookie. There's only 33 PSA 10s. That makes... no wonder. This is some serious scarcity. I wonder how much of it is people just didn't think about sending them in. Or... All right, Chuck, what do you think? Chuck, you think there's going to be a Bears card there? I think so. Keith Van Horn. Darryl Green. Super stud. Yeah, so his rookie, 84 or 85, right? Howie Long. The Pro Bowl ones always throw me off because they have their regular helmets on and then the matching uniforms. Bubba. Probably don't see too many people naming their kids Bubba these days. Nice. Tom Landry. It's not a normal coach card. It's kind of a throwback one. This is probably like a 30, I don't know, maybe a 40 card set. Christian Okoye. What was this thing? Then it was like the Nigerian Nightmare, his nickname, something like that. Via Sikahaima. Pepper Johnson. Santa PSA 10. There's 97 of them. It does, Chuck, and I have a few of them in different boxes from back in the day because I can remember seeing the card and we were just like laughing at it, thinking, it's not going to be worth too much, but it was interesting. I think it was like a couple bucks back then in the 90s. But it's notoriety. It's the same thing with the Goldenrod. The notoriety for that Goldenrod card, I can remember in the 90s, a different LCS that I went to, All Seas, James, who was the owner's son, was like, yeah, that's not going to be worth anything. And I think maybe at the time it was $5, but now it's like 200. Who knows what it is for a graded one. I got my electrolytes going on. You have 2 of them? Chuck, we need to work out a trade. I no longer have mine. I mean, if you're stuck on keeping it, no worries, but I bet we could figure out some stuff. I've got a ton of Jeremy. Why can't I think of his name? I blame my fever. Oh, John Elway. Where's Maddie at? That is the love of his life. He's a dreamboat. Art Shell. First, I want to say he's the first black coach in the NFL. Thurman Tom. What is on his... what is going on there? Is this like a giant game of flag football? Joe Montana ordering a couple Bud Lights. Ooh, Carl Banks. Yeah, it's called Goldenrod. Because, you know, Han Solo says that in the movie, so they call it Goldenrod era. What's up, Alan? Woof woof. I will send it to him, Chuck. You're right. There's a kind of interesting one. Gives me that New York vibe to it. Steve Berline. Wonder if Johnny is a fan of Berline. Did not play. Was he also a USFL? I don't know. Marv Levy always looked like he rolled out from like behind a dumpster. Good Lord. Oh man. Sterling Sharp. I was happy he got into the Hall of Fame. Man, he was so amazing until he got injured. He would have been hands down the very best, I think, had he not got sidelined by that injury. Oh, Percy Snow. So I guess some of these are actual rookies, the ones that are the gold. Jeff Coate. Billy Joe Tolliver. Probably another rookie there. Not that that's worth anything. Broke streak, second card wasn't a Bears card. Oh, that's... uh-oh. That ain't good. Yeah. Shannon Sharp is a big fan of his brother for sure. But I would agree with that because I can remember watching him play and just imagine what Favre would have done with, you know, a healthy Sterling. All right, so what was that? The second card is a Bronco, so maybe it's switching up, Chuck. Some kind of weird order change now. Willie Galt. I think there's a lot of interesting cards here. Wyman. Didn't Wyman? Yeah, he ended up as a Bronco, I think, during some season. Rod Woodson. I think I forgot to put a few of those gold ones in there. This one had 2. That's a cool Derek Thomas, though. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Giants had 80 record in 91. You don't think it's going to happen? You don't think that's going to happen? Or are you just saying they'll be lucky to get that many wins, Alan? I haven't watched them play, so I couldn't even tell you. Who's their quarterback now? Do they have like a rookie or something? Sorry, really quickly, I'm grabbing the gold that I forgot. It was just one card. It was that Joe Montana where he was ordering the nachos or whatever. I remember going into Blockbuster, Clinton, and they had packs of this. Blockbuster had a lot of stuff. If Blockbuster was still open, they would sell Labubus for sure. They would be involved in the Labuba mania. They'll be lucky to get 3. Oh, wow. So Russell Wilson. How is Russ looking anyway? He's hit and miss. When he was here in Denver, he stunk it up. I shouldn't say he stunk it up. He just was not his former self. Is that a Metcalf rookie? Probably. It's funny because like I'm thinking of these rookies that are probably in here, but they're what, 30 cents each, maybe 50 cents tops. George Seifert. I need to put all those coach cards together. I mean, I have mascot cards. Why not coach cards? I've always had official cards, but mostly umpires for baseball. I should try to get some football ones. Tony Casillas. I think that's like nope, it's like a 5th year. Do you guys have any favorite cards from this? Oh boy, I don't even want to say that. Mohammed Ella Kenobi. He was a Jedi. What are you saying? Fuzzy said they're doing robot umps. Get out of here, really? Is he just messing around? So Emmett and Santa's your favorite? Yeah, I'll go with you on that. Had I pulled the Fred Marion, that would be my favorite. Say Al for Chuck. Okay, I remember this one, but this seems like this was the previous year. Why is one of the previous year's Super Bowl cards in here? Anybody know? I mean, the design is exactly like it was the previous year. Maybe it was like one of those things where they couldn't make one for the current year's Super Bowl. There's Ricky Nattiel. He was one of the 3 amigos. Vance Johnson, Mark Jackson, and Ricky Nattiel. For those who care. Greg Cragen, probably one of the, besides Elway, one of the only Pro Bowlers at that time. The Magic Man, Mikowski. Bob Greasy. What was I watching? It was either the I think it was the Browns Broncos game with the drive, but Bob Greasy was a sideline commentator, which I did not know. Wonder if he only did it for a little bit and just it didn't work out. Kind of curious if that was the case. I think one of these is not actually. Oh, maybe it is. Man, this is. There's different colors of gold here. I don't know. Sorry if I missed any comments. They're all like coming in super fast because of Nightbot. What up, Manny? Hope you're doing well. 2026 MLB is using. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I heard about that because they've been using it in the minors for so long that they've tested it and got it where it's at. You remember opening these? Heck yeah. Hey, what's up, Hunter? Opening some 90 Pro Set and also some 91. Unfortunately, the Fred Marion is the corrected version. There's no phallus on it. Those go for like 35 to 50 though, the error. Maybe more. Chuck was looking at the prices, so maybe they go for more. Very iconic set though. Lots of different error and variation. Whoa, what's up, Tim? Another Nigerian nightmare. We're getting our fill of Okoye. Yeah, this is not an actual one, so maybe it is. Yeah, so I think these just are kind of fake out ones because it's only like 30 cards in that set. So anything over 200 isn't part of that. So not every pack has had one of the leaders cards in it. Can't remember. Oh yeah. So this is a scratch off one. I do wonder who won back in the day. They got a trip to the Super Bowl. A few that went for 75. Right on. Hunter said, "Can you please give that Joe Carter rookie card to Shaw for Jeff?" Yeah, I'm not sure when I'm going to be sending him anything anytime soon, but let me write myself a note, Hunter, and I will get a Carter out. So for next for the sale coming up, it's going to be $4 cards on up. So the meat, and there's going to be a lot of new stuff, numbered stuff, autographs. Bud Carson. Don't remember Bud. So I hope everybody can show up. Another number 81. Shout out to Jeff again. which is, 81 is his favorite number, but Tim Brown, amazing player. I don't think he gets as much hobby love as he should. Ooh, Ralph Mojensinko. Oof. I don't even know if I can say that correctly. There's Chuck Knox. Interesting hat. It's basically just a font. Why not put the logo on there? Anthony Miller. Played with the Chargers for a very long time, and then he came to the Broncos for a little bit. Didn't do much. I feel like he just got done crying. Man. Jim Kelly. Chris Carter, I believe that's a rookie. Nope. Steve Atwater. I don't know if you guys remember the NFL's hardest hits, I think it was called. They had this is in the time of VHS. They had one that just basically every hard hit that someone had. And our boy Steve was always in that list. They stopped doing it. The CTE stuff really changed how they talked about hits. It's a shame because that was some fun stuff. Manny, yeah, we are chasing the Jeff George. The real one I was looking for, Manny. So the Fred Marion error has his belt coming down and it looks like a phallus. So I was hoping that error was in there. Plus the Santa card. Just want to have some fun opening some stuff. I quite literally didn't have this scheduled. I just felt like I would do something different and go live for the heck of it. Just to hang out with you beautiful people. John Taylor. I really do like the photography on these. Gary Zimmerman. I'm pretty sure that is Zim's rookie, but could be wrong. Probably should just look it up to make sure. There's another Sterling Sharp. There we go. This is one of the errors. Simon Fletcher was also great. Let's see what that is. Card 1. No. It's just worth like $3 because it's award winner and being a second year card. Being pro set. Obviously there's not going to be too many things that are worth a ton. I apologize if I'm missing chat. When Nightbot does that thing and pushes everything through, I miss it. Yeah, Manny, that hit on Okoye. I think it humbled him in a way too. It made him seem like maybe he wasn't. I don't know. It's hard to stop, as most people were. They're basically, making him out to be invincible. NFL crunch time. Yeah, I still, Manny, I was going through a lot of the stuff in the storage, and I have a box of VHS tapes, and it's got like the crunch time and a bunch of other ones that I was thinking about doing like a viewing, hooking up my old VHS player, and we could just watch it. I'm sure the NFL wouldn't allow it across YouTube, but maybe we could do it like, I was thinking about starting a Discord. Maybe we can do it that way. Yes, Hunter. This is all 90 Pro Set, Series 1. All right, so last pack on the cards that were in the first row. You have an Art Shell signed and a Howie Long. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Signed in person too. Great memories with that. Very interesting Super Bowl artwork. I'm pretty sure they were all program artwork. So there's another one of the three amigos. So Mark Jackson is I don't know, the third amigo. No, he went on to do broadcasting here. So he has like a morning, I think it's afternoon, but a talk show where he does sports and whatnot. And Danny, his co-host, was a guy who collected and was amongst us collectors and at the card shows for like 10 some years. And it was really funny because he went from someone who collected cards, he was always a sports guy, but he went from doing that to, I don't even think he has a communications degree, but then now he has a show with Mark Jackson. It's pretty crazy. Rags to riches. Uh-oh. Jeff probably doesn't even know about Perry Kemp. Oh, that's a weird angle. Scott Norwood. Ted Hendricks. He's a beast. Aw. Looks like he's going to go take a nap with the football. Neon Dion. He's too legit to quit, y'all. And then Dan Marino. Boy, the Dolphins colors. Ugh. Singletary as well. You're right, Manny. I'm thinking we're going to have the set. I mean, odds are it'll be in there. Jackie Slater. You remember for a while they were doing like certain defensive players were creating their own face masks, and it was like a whole thing because they wanted to look intimidating. And then the NFL stepped in and was like, nah, we're not going to allow that. It's a shame, really, because I think that kind of would have been cool. It would have definitely been some flair. Twinsies. I'm sure it's not the same player, but they definitely look like it. And that's weird. Ray Perkins. Award winner with Warren Moon. Moon, one of my favorite quarterbacks. Dennis Smith was another one that was just great. His rookie was in 86. There's a few different Broncos that I met in person that were just amazing people. His neck was so wide. I got to see that. No, not the same one, Clinton. He wasn't a two-sport guy, as far as I know. Yeah, Manny, imagine if they put together his CFL and NFL stuff, his stats. It'd be nuts. It's kind of the same thing with Ichiro. You put his Nippon, all of his Japanese stats with his MLB, and it'd just be nuts. Oh, take care, red light. You're going to sleep? For some reason, it didn't up. I don't even see it. I don't see the comment. Why don't I see the comment? Oh, yeah, 5 a.m. That's... Yeah, they need a rested crane operator too, so you get some sleep, buddy. Thanks for hanging out. His score rookie? I'll check that out. Here, I'll just type it in right now. Shouldn't take much to Bing it. Oh, that is a wide neck, man. It goes from neck and shoulder. It's like all part of the same thing. Oh, that's great. Oh no, Manny, it's in StreamYard that I'm looking at the comments, and it just gets funky where it decides to put stuff sometimes and other times it doesn't. I couldn't tell you why it does that. And then it also does a thing where there's no comments, and then all of a sudden it puts like the last 3 minutes of comments in a row and just pushes them through. So I miss the comments that people had. I'm really gonna, once my subscription is done, I'm gonna go back to Streamlab and just allow myself to set things up. More widgets, things that I can set up. It's a lot easier to make it the way you want it. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? Bruce Coslet again. Flipper. Hey, Clinton, want me to send you this card? I think you should PC him. There's Ted Hendricks again. Looks like it's duping him up. There's Alan's favorite. Actually, Phil Simms wasn't a horrible QB. He was decent. Not every pack has had a coach card in it, though. But we do have 2. This one is great. Like they set up a studio glamour shot thing for him there. $91? Yeah, 91 has the Belichick. So we'll see that Belichick one coming up here soon. Yeah, plenty of commons. Okay, man. All right, so there's another one of the oddball Super Bowl. I won't send it to you, man. I hear you. You don't need more commons. There's the tuna again. Probably a tuna rookie. Looking hot. Look at this photo. Studwell. There's one of Jerry Rice. Bobby Humphrey. I believe that is a rookie. Oh, man. They thought he was going to be so great. Bubby. Ozzie Newsome. Felt like he played forever. When I was watching that YouTube, The Drive with the Browns, he was playing. He's just been around for a while. Another Randall. I wonder what the chances are to pull the Santa card. Clinton, have you Have you seen the odds on that? It's got to be ridiculous. It's a clean design. I like that one. Eric Metcalf. Tyrone Braxton. Sadly, I don't. We always called him Ghoulie Braxton. This is a better photo of him. But you ever seen that horror movie from the 80s called? It's called The Ghoulies. Yeah, we weren't nice. It's a Bruce Matthews. I have there's a finest, or is it Chrome autograph set? It's got Jason Elam, Bruce Matthews, just a bunch of different oddball players in it. It's a cool set though. Bernie Kosar. Who the heck is... Yeah, Maddie's not going to be here, but who's Chris Hinton? There's Montana ordering 2 beers again. See, like right now, I don't see any comments. I don't know if that's just because there's no comments or if it's because it's not updating. Y'all sleeping on me. That's ugly. Charles Mann. Another Bud Carson. So we got 2 Bud Carsons. Why? He was the coach. They felt bad for him. He's like, you're the Browns coach, so we'll make you the Pro Bowl coach as well. Icky. Who didn't do the Icky shuffle when they were a kid? Another Warren Moon. Jack Lambert. That's a cool one. I was going to say, I thought we actually got a Seau, but no. Why haven't we got a Seau yet? It's because Chuck wanted one to be pulled. You're a Tampa Bay Bucks fan. I did not know that about you, Ryan. Oh, that's an interesting one. So I'm going to guess it's in New Orleans. Yep. They really went all out for those. And there's Clay Matthews, who I believe is related to Brian, right? Brothers. There's the man. Oh, Mike Ditka. I have like a few of his autographs, but I don't think I have enough. There's an Andre Ware rookie. Well, he had a traded one too. He had like a Topps traded, but I think much like Emmit, they consider that an XRC. This one has to go in a soft sleeve, and then I'll put it in my lovely yellowing top load. One per case of 20 unopened boxes. Okay, that's better odds than I thought, Clinton. That's actually not bad. Another Vance Johnson. George Seifert. I feel like it's been the same players, so... Oh, except for Boomer. That is our first Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Okay, so there was 2 of them. Interesting. So some of them did have 2 in there. I think it's when there's a rookie. So Ryan, you're saying your dad Oh, a fan. I thought you were saying that he played. Early Tampa Bay Bucks, there's a possibility that, somebody's father played with them. Those first 2 years were brutal. Rule 13. Other propaganda. Neil Smith, who had to come to the Broncos to win a Super Bowl. That's amazing. So Aloha Stadium is a really nice looking stadium. I don't know if it's still up, considering we don't do the Pro Bowl there anymore. I think people really loved it when it was there. I know I have a couple friends from Hawaii, and I know they loved it because it was like the NFL was brought to them. So there's 2 different Montanas in that set. Again, I don't remember this guy at all. You miss your dad? Yep, I miss my dad as well too. Miss my biological father, my stepdad, and my father-in-law. They all went in the same year. I do like this one. Chuck, you like patriotic cards too. I bet you like that one. That Art Shell card is just interesting. Like how, him and Howie looks like he was roped in on that hug. Mac. I met him a few different times. Mecklenburg's interesting cat. Very religious man. Any autograph you get will have a quote from the Bible. That's the one you got to sign. You should get them both to sign. That'd be sick, dude. Ooh, look at this one. Futuristic. I do remember Wayne. Jesse Sapolo. Tim Harris again, man. It looks like he has a gap between his teeth. And I wish he did, or I hope he does. That'd have been amazing. Right down the center there. Buddy Ryan, man. He needed a shawl. There's Tom Landry, one of the throwback ones there. Joe Montana and Phil Simms. Who's greater? Well, this is taking longer than I thought. These there's a lot of cards in each one. Alan, if you want, you can join. I don't think I sent invites to anybody, but if anybody wants to join, come hang out. Ernest Biner, he had some wheels. Charles Haley. Ron Holmes, I don't remember him. Another one of the Montanas. Another tuna. Looks like nice Tim Brown. Larry Walker agrees with that. Your dad has 2 kids? Gotcha. This is the first 20. Man, those rings. Imagine having a Super Bowl ring. That's some serious bling. I mean, it's kind of gaudy, but I'd wear one. I had a replica one that Tina now has. There's a Reggie White. I hope she wears it, Bill. I'm trying to read what you said there, Manny. You got a signed cowboy hat. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That stinks that it got ruined. Yeah, it's funny, like looking back on things like that. You probably wore it, right? Yep. Wore it outside, just being a normal kid, because in that moment too, you wearing it, it probably was like people, other kids were like looking up to you for having that too. Not that you were looking for that, but you know what I mean. Is that a Keith Byers? No, not a Keith Byers rookie. Another Joe Montana. I say it like it's a bad thing, but Jimmy Johnson. I think it was Jimmy Johnson. He was on Survivor. It was a coach from that era who was on Survivor, and people were like noticing who he was. Which probably difficult to not be noticed if you're somewhat famous. Ooh, we're getting them all. So Super Bowl 3. That looks pretty cool. Barry. He's another person I wonder, like, had he continued to play? I know he went out on his own terms, but had he continued to play, what his numbers would have been? I mean, they're already good. Herschel Walker. Nice little high top, well, low top fade. Art Monk. Lewis Lips. Aw, another corrected. It's a shame. Your half sister. Gotcha. Oh, I see what you're saying, Ryan. So your dad has your half sister and your mom has you in separate places, I'm guessing. It's on a shelf. Gotcha. Bill, is that with your Star Wars Angels stuff too? You got some pretty cool Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I don't remember Carl Zander. There's a cool Franco Harris. There's one of the an autograph from Franco Harris I need for my Fleer Greats of the Game set. They sell for like $500-600. It's ridiculous. It's not because I want the card either, but yeah, 4 packs left. What's the haps on this Santa card? I got you, Ryan. 2 moms. That's cool. Another Schottenheimer. Infante. Whoa, look at all the coach cards. We didn't have enough, so. All right. There you go, Alan. I think we lost Mr. Allen. It's ice cream time. He could run faster, jump higher. Oh, man. I bet you could. You got, like, to be the person who was, like, the captain of the team or the quarterback. You always got to pick the players on your team. They'd be like, that kid Manny? He's got this Howie Long signed hat. I mean, living in that area and having that, I bet you're just like an absolute superstar. So two Chiefs gold inserts in a row there. Chuck Knoll, that is one of the rookies that are in there. Again, coach cards. No, I know that it's yours, but you live in the same home, so I assumed there'd be a shelf and you would put things together, or you guys like split the stuff and it's like, that's my shelf, that's your shelf. Another Barry. Another Herschel, too. Got a few of those. Sterling. If I don't have a set, I'm going to be kind of miffed. I mean, the collation so far, I've seen a lot of doubles and triples. Do I have the full set of this? I'm sure somewhere. All 800 cards, I bet. I didn't personally open a lot of the Series 2. But I do know for a fact that those commons boxes has the Fred Marion error. All right, so no Santa. Ho horrific. On to 91 Series 1. Oh boy. I probably should have put a box around here somewhere. Highlights. Bunch of coach cards. Playoffs. And then I definitely think it's a Super Bowl set. Does anybody look up if this was thrown in there? The reasoning was because the 89 couldn't work on that actual Super Bowl because it hadn't happened yet. And I guess that's my guess. What's up, Henry? How you been? A lot of the Montanas in here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, predictions on this one. What's the biggest one? coming out of this set, I wonder? I'm sure it's going to be an error card. Let's see. Go to pricing. There is a Derek Thomas error. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it shows a Buffalo Bills helmet in the corner instead of a Chiefs helmet. There's a Darian Connor error that's just on the back of the card. Let's see. Bills rally stuns Broncos. It looks like the NFL PA logo is included. Okay. So there is another Santa Claus card in this one, but it's the owner again, that weirdo. He's an elf staring through a window. Oh Lord. You know, he was an actual card collector and then owned a card company, so give him props for living his dream. You have your own card room, and she has her office. Gotcha. So you have your own spaces, and you live together. I got it. I understand. Henry got here late, buying $8 cards on eBay. You got a bunch of Steve Carltons? Right on. No number Troy Aikman. Yeah, 2 Jimmy Johnson rookies. That's too funny. Whoa, this is crazy. Why is it stuck to the back here? And then the front. I can't really see it, but it's like it's open. These boxes were so bizarre to open them. I can remember, so when I worked at the LCS, my buddy's shop back in the day, I can remember opening these so many times. There was also a pretty cool Ditka. Not a rookie, but, you know. All right, so that is the setup there. I always forget to bring the trash in there. Elf on the NFL shelf. It totally is. You know what card I'm talking about, right, Henry? Where he looks disturbing. I feel like the owner was disturbing looking no matter what anyway. We got another scratch and win. That's a Pro Bowl one. Maybe the other one was too. Not much of a change in design. Still nice. Actually, I think they centered these a little better. Holy gulp. The guy's looking at it, giving him a proctology exam. What the heck? There's another Jimmy Johnson. I need to get that started like I was going to do, and that's put a card up and have people caption it each week, and the best caption wins like some credit in the sale. I need to start that. I just want to put a bunch of cards to the side though. That one is a perfect one. Shout out to Jeff, don't know if Jeff knew that Otis Anderson was 81 also. Oh, no name on front, Aikman. Gotcha. You're messing with me. So the 90 replay, that's the one that I guess is missing the NFLPA for the Broncos one. I want to say that there's going to be a lot more rookies in this for sure. And the Derek Thomas basically has a picture of Derek Thomas, and then lower corner of the helmet is the Bills. So I guess they're all part of... So World League is the subset that's along with these. And that was a funky set, if you all remember. Not many people panned out from the World League when they came here. I see what they were doing with it. They were trying to make it kind of like a minor leagues for the NFL. Another Marv Levy. I wonder why they had to put this on here. Official NFL card. Cornelius Bennett. He was a beast. There you go, Ryan. We got a Richard Williamson. Yeah, a lot more horizontal. The Bo and Barry Show. Actually a pretty cool card. So official photo and stat card of the NFL. They have it on the back too. I wonder if there was like a bunch of counterfeits at the time, or if they thought that would help them out in some way. Teleclinic. So yeah, you got to call up and ask questions. That was the future. Pretty cool artwork though. Chan Gailey. Definitely, there's going to be a lot of people for the World League that I have no clue who they are. So I think this is the first year too, right, where they had an NFL game in the UK. I want to say that was the first year, but I could be wrong. Ernie Jones. Lewis Sharp. Maybe like a third brother to the Sharp. Kidding. Probably not. You know, I didn't know that Alfred Williams was a CU buff before playing with the Broncos. That's crazy. Hometown boy. Not that any of you know what I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but not that any of you care too much. Another Bo. Oh, that's kind of sad, man. Why would they show the injury? Oh, man, that is brutal. I didn't know they made this card. That seems kind of like in poor taste. Is it just me? I'm sure it's not just me. Well, it may be just me in the stream, so I'll have to answer myself. It's in poor taste. I kind of like these cards. Then we got our World League card. And this is official World League up there. Boy, did they really think that they were going to sell a bunch of cards where they're going to make a World League set separately? Possibly. Well, I went live because I wanted to hang out with everybody as I opened this, but I probably could have just hung out by my lonesome. There's Jim Kelly, Hostetler. He had like an amazing stash. Hard to see right there though. Brian Noble. Yeah, the photography is really nice there. He's kicking the guy in the head. A little Karate Kid action. Johnny Greer. I wonder how many of these are still alive. Officials, because those would be fun to TTM. All right, so this is the one. What was the error on this again? All right, so this one's missing the logo, so this is not the error. The one that has it on there is the corrected. You'd think it'd be the other way around. I don't know. Anyway, I'll just put it in the stack. Can look at it later. Vinny Testarossa. Anyone famous in the background? I like the hot Stashler. That's amazing. Well done on the nickname. I'm not sure if there's any famous people in the backgrounds of any of the football ones. I'm sure there's got to be somewhere, right? That LT one's nice. I want a shirt that has the tuna on it. And then I would say, like, sorry, Charlie. Like the Star Kissed. He needed to poop? Maybe. Everybody poops, Clinton. Sing it to Everybody Hurts from REM. Whoa, Buford. Great name. It's another one that, doesn't get used too much anymore. I bet there's somebody famous in that somewhere. Or at least somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing. I'll have to bust out the magnifying glass and I'm pretty sure that there was a card. Someone was telling me about it. It could have been an urban legend that there is a card, like a football one like that, where someone's lifting up their shirt. Probably an urban legend. Someone proposing to commissioner. Man, these are pretty cool. I'm digging these cards. Moon Shreds Chiefs. Yes, sir. So this one had two different World League cards there. pushing one out. Maybe. Cracking me up, Clinton. Excellent. So I'm pretty sure that I forgot to turn off the ads. I do apologize, everyone. Maybe that's why I lost everybody. They're like, first advertisement, we're out of here. Anthony Munoz. I have a local collector, and his collection consists of Hispanic players in any of the leagues, but mainly football. Which how I found out Tony Romo is considered Hispanic, which I did not know. But according to Vince, 100% he is. Mark Rippon. Ugh. Mark Rippon pisses me off. Think about it. Is this one of the don't do drugs thing? Oh, it's for steroids. Interesting. Should say something like, you don't want a small pee-pee. And Singletary's pretty cool. I do like that Elway too. He's like evading a tackle. Charles Haley, yeah. You don't want to get sacked by Charles Haley. I bet that hurts. Think about what roids did to him. Is that what you're saying? Another burn. Feel the burn with Bernie. Michael Haynes, I liked. He was a prolific receiver too. Coslet again. I have to send those to JML. Was in check again, or whatever his name is. I get his name wrong every time. A lot of official cards in here. I'm betting they're all passed away though. So is that Rippon? No. Whoever the backup is. Jeff Rutledge. Oh man. That is a blast from the past name. Fopper. That's great, dude. Lyle Elzado. Oh yeah, I messed him up. Did I get a Brett Favre rookie? That's Series 2, unfortunately. But I think the odds of getting one is pretty good when you do open the Series 2. Jerry Glanville. There we go. Mike Ditka again. I should put all those coach cards together. This guy was a big hoss. I'm one to talk, but man, he was a big old hoss. Steve Smith. Whoa! What the? Stop gang violence or he'll sit on you. Jeez Louise. I seriously want to do the caption thing. Those cards would be perfect. There's a Ty Detmer rookie. You know. That's a pretty cool card. Interesting name. Chorus. I don't know why I'm putting these separately or together when I should be putting them separately so I don't have to split it up. Oh, Costlet TTMs. Okay. Is that the message you're gonna give Clinton? I like it. Royd's made the best athletes of our time, but don't do them. Sam Wycheck. Steve Boussard. Dan Henning. I don't remember you. Don't know you. No, I'm kidding. That's pretty cool looking. Yeah, this is not flattering photos of the players here. Jamora telling someone a secret. Think about it. Don't pollute. Oh, man. Ooh, that's a weird helmet. I was trying to think of it the other day, but there was a game, a Bronco game, and one of the linemen could have been a center. It was like the second half. He ended up correcting the issue, but let's just say that he had like a streak for that game, and the camera kept like centering in on it. There's got to be copies of it that exist somewhere. You wish you had a Gale Sayers auto? I have a few of Sayers autos. Maybe when we get that stuff taken care of, we can work on a Sayers, because I have it set aside. As you know, I PC Chicago stuff, so I have multiple Sayers. I actually met him at the National in year before he passed away. I think I've told you the story, Clinton, where he was signing, and his wife was there, and he was just doing great, signing. Someone asked for an inscription. He put that on there, and then for whatever reason, the inscription threw him off, and he turns to his wife and says, "Who am I again?" Like, CTEs had really messed him up. It's a shame. It really broke my heart to hear him say it. Stan Jones. That's a kind of cool one there. Oh, it's the top of the stadium. Jack Bicknell. I like that. Dragon or whatever it is. Yeah, totally sad, man. And I think during that time too, I want to say that CTAs were things that people knew about, but yeah, I think Henry, that's like post lube or something like that, where he just had an accident. I just remember the announcer. He was just at a loss for words, and they cut away pretty quick. What? Yeah, no. CTE is not a joke at all, man. It messes up a lot of people. Dwayne Bickett. Wyman Henderson. Remember him as well? Interesting cornerback. He blew it often. There'd be a route, and he would just let the wide receiver go. That's cool. Reggie Cobb there diving over. Another Chuck Noll. Got his aviators on. You're a stud if you wear aviators. There's Otis Anderson, 10,000 yard mark. That's a cool one. Everything's blurry right now. Singletary. You know, I really haven't checked the back of the cards yet. I think I'm missing out on some good stuff. Survivor player, Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, earlier, Henry, we were talking about head smash or CTE stuff. You know, the NFL had the Crunch Time VHS where it was all about big hits. It's my boy Dan Reeves. I did feel bad for Dan Reeves leaving the Broncos to go to Atlanta to play against the Broncos in the Super Bowl and then lose. I'm sure that was difficult for him. There's Jeffy George. He had the best of both worlds. He got the stash and the mullet. Good stuff. Cortez Kennedy was pretty darn good. There's another Deion Sanders. Richard Dent. All right, you got another one. Jeez. Think about it. Crack kills. You think about it. That is a great card. I'm thinking about it. Used to have that tape. Yeah, I do have it. When I was going through the storage, I found a ton of old VHS. There's a lot of football, but there was also hockey, and there's a baseball bloopers one. I was thinking about hooking up a VHS and then maybe putting a Discord, like movie watch kind of thing where we all get together, because I couldn't stream it. I should probably save all these Mark Jacksons because he comes to my shows often. There's Bruce Smith. Had him as an autograph guest. Why has this guy got his own glamour shot? That's bizarre. So more of the 90 replay. There's LT. That doesn't even look like Earl Campbell, in my opinion. So maybe there is like a secondary subset? I don't know. Card 27. And no, it's part of the regular one. Oh, so if you guys are free sometime, check out my eBay store. I have these informational card things. I think they call them lithographs on there, but it just reminds me of this. They were like old school informational, like it basically told you how to like kind of, I think, play the sport. But there's OJ Simpson on some of these lithographs. There's a Lombardi. It's like 5 different people, but they did them for like all sports. And I want to say that they were in schools. It was interesting though. I ended up, when I bought that collection from that guy, I don't know where the heck he got them from. but people buy them and frame them, and it's their cool lithograph that they put up on their wall. I guess it makes sense. But I've had people send me what they did with them. What's wrong with Steve Tasker there? That is bizarre. Archell is showing someone how to put a helmet on. It's a cool throwback Barry. Herschel Walker with the Bulldogs. I bet there's not a single player that's on the World League that did anything. I shouldn't bet that. But I can't imagine too many people made it. Well, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. We're at the 2-hour mark. This is nuts. 10 o'clock at night here, so it's got to be ridiculously late for everybody else everywhere else. My bad on starting so late. Jeez. Oh, there's a Whitney Houston rookie. All right, best card. I'm calling it right now. We've got some gems tonight. There you go, Whitney. Rip, we miss you. Diva. These are some nice cards, though. The painting ones. If they would have made them like a limited edition, I think they could have done something with it. Whatever sickness, cold thing I have going on seems to get worse at night. Keith Van Horn. He was one of the ones that was there at the National. I don't think I got his autograph, though. Harbaugh. Tunch Ilkin. What a great name. Where the heck is he from? He was born in Turkey. Maybe that explains the name. It's probably a common name. Anthony Green. I never understood why like card companies didn't like. It took them so long to put rookie card on the rookies. Rodney Hampton, he had some good years too. Don't remember this guy. I do remember Don Shula. He's also rocking some aviators. What the heck? Oh, he's trying to block it with his arm. I thought it looked, yeah, the angle looked really weird. Heisman hero. Russell Maryland. That's another like throwback name. Moon. Oh, well, Roman Gabriel. I guess I've heard of him. I want to say both series. But I know for sure series 1, the 90, you could get the Santa, and then you could also get the Santa out of this one. I mean, the 91 isn't as iconic as the 90 Santa, but they're still nice. I would like to get one of those because I have all those holiday cards. I'm sure you guys have seen them. I bust them out every holiday season. Like I have the signed Topps Santa card. Some of my favorite things. Love Christmas. That time of year is always fun. That is interesting. So they got gas masks on. And the ruffles. Oh, that's odd. Y'all remember this card? Randall Cunningham. Novacek, great tight end. Reggie White. And look, another Super Bowl with the 89 design. I don't quite get this. Maybe it's like, maybe they're short printed. I don't know. Why would they throw that in there? John Robinson, Rams coach for a long time. Gotcha. Pierce Holt, extreme close-up. He was probably doing the Farmer's Kleenex thing right there. Nick Lowry. Oh, that is a giant Gazette thingy on there. In case we didn't know that he was traded. Jack Pardee. It's Chris Miller, aka my stepbrother. Think about it, play it straight. This is like a PSA to not be gay or something. What the heck? I'm sure that's not what it is. So there's the ones that have the helmet has 2 different World League cards. I'm getting tired. This is crazy. Your sister is married to a different? Ah. So Hunter is Hunter's a St. Louis guy, right? Yeah. He likes the Cardinals. There's Schottenheimer again. Something about Marty Schottenheimer, just he had like a punchable face. I know that's not nice to say, but sometimes it's true. There's Howie. Yeah, I want to say that 90% of these officials have passed away. They were pretty old then. Jim Tooney, I want to say that he was around for a while. That name sounds very familiar. It's like Hockey. One of those people that, was around forever, it seemed. Party Rocks. Yeah, I can understand why they would be mad at Stan Kroenke. He owns the Avalanche too. Not that he's going to move them out of here, but wouldn't put it past him. It's all about making money, right? As an owner. Okay, so is that Everett? Think about it. Study. Yeah, Jim Everett. Love it. There's a lot of officials. Sorry, I'm getting like super tired. So I'm going to muscle through this really quick. Shaw went to bed? Thanks, Hunter. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'm surprised, though, because he was telling me that he stays up until 4 in the morning or something. There we go. Got the Belichick rookie. Is he clapping right there? I'll put that with my other Belichicks. Two different rookie ones there. I like the Pro Set. What are they called? Like images. That Pro line. Those are fun. Fun sets. Another Atwater. So Steve Atwater is an amazing TTM signer. I don't know if he still is as amazing as he was before, but when I used to send the cards to the stadium back when he played, like if you sent one card or 50 cards, he would send you back like 20. I don't know how or why he did it, but he always split it up like that. I had him sign multiple times. And each time he would send more than I had sent. I know you don't. You know you don't want that, huh, Henry? No one wants her except for Bill. Or the kids went to bed. Oh, I'm sure. I was just kidding anyway. I'm sure he doesn't want to join this late. Plus, I didn't invite people, and I think people get miffed if they weren't originally invited. But again, this was impromptu. I wasn't even really planning it. And then I was talking to Clinton about it, that I wanted to open something, and I thought I would just go live. Think about it. Don't drink. Okay. Okay. Who's this guy? He's got complete control. Or he had complete control. Great name. Ray Savage. The Montreal Machine. Great team name, too. You're going to die of dehydration? That ain't good. That's back when he was her age. Is it possible? I don't even think he does interviews anymore after that crazy interview he did with CBS or something. Rich Cote. These really are. I'm not finding too many amazing cards in here. But I literally am just Having trouble keeping my eyes open. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, the Whitney Houston card, that's pretty good. That one right there might be thousands of dollars in some universe. Not sure which one. Sterling. I bet we're missing some amazing photos. The ones on the back there. There we go. Got some people in the stands. Anybody famous? Okay. Mark Carrier. Another official. Jerry Rice and Mike Riley. I guess we're not missing much. Nope, not missing much. Did you dip? I miss the memes, man. Why you dip? Yeah, I'm going live tomorrow to Hunter for the Elite Hunt. I think it's Series 2 I'm doing. It's either Series 1 or Series 2. But I'm getting down to the last few boxes of that stuff too, which kind of sad actually. There is an error with this Elway. I think the error is that Matty does not love this card enough. He needs to love it more. Extreme close up there. Is it Bugle? Was his name Joe Bugle? I hope so. Or is it Bugle? Please say it was Bugle. I still like that one. Oh. I can't read Spanish, and I would butcher it if I tried to. The Whitney is 42 cents. Well, that makes sense. But to me, and in another universe, it's worth millions. Actually, I think, if I remember correctly, when I got that card back in the day, I gave it to my mom, who was a huge Whitney Houston fan, and it made her day. Joe Gibbs, a.k.a. Joe Gibbs Racing, a.k.a. the fifth BG. He was the American, BG. He was sent to live with his uncle in America when his brothers started their band. But he can hit a mean falsetto. Guaranteed. You dip? You made a YouTube song about you dip? That's excellent. I will go search for that. So weird seeing Dickerson, in Colt Uni. I mean, not for people who liked it when he was there, but another Joe Gibbs. Why so many Gibbs? Vinny Testarossa. I like that art shell. I was looking at this the other day, and the fact that it was called Telex, that company. I wonder what happened to that company. because I'm sure they were top of the line and they sold every single wireless headset. If it was even wireless back then. There's Mech giving someone a hug. Hug. Reggie Cobb. There's Tim Brown. That's a kind of cool one. Kind of cool. What a great name. We got good old Mouse Davis. Ah, there's the Walter Payton, which isn't worth anything special, but it's just a cool card. Card number 1 of the set. There were more cards in this than the 90. I don't know why. Did they add like an extra pack or a card per pack? Maybe. Everybody's favorite, Dan Reeves. Bobby Humphrey again. Those are cool. Oh, what was that one I was supposed to look for with the helmet? I completely forgot. Think about it. Crack kills. I guess he is the commissioner of the World League, I'm guessing. Dang it. I forgot to look for that card. Whatever. I think it was like a Derek Thomas. And I definitely have got a Derek Thomas card, but who knows if that was even in there. Or if it was the error one. Dion. Another Chuck Noll. Holy crap. Lots of Chuck Noll stuff. Mike Teeter. Yeah, definitely gonna go to bed. So, Hunter, I've been like fighting off this cold, or even a new cold. I'm sure I'm doing no good for myself. Well, my voice has stayed with us, which that's one of the things I was kind of wasn't sure it was going to happen. Yep, definitely go into sleep, as should everyone, unless you stay up later. Novacek. There's some older looking coaches too. They're probably like either old assistant coaches in the NFL or college coaches that ended up going to the World League. Almost there. Now, what will probably happen? No, it's going to happen. I'm going to get the Santa card. And I'll be so tired that I won't be able to react. 3 packs left, y'all. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Happy Doge. Gem Mint. Turn the dial up to 11. So there's 2 different art shell ones? Maybe. I feel like they did far too many of these extreme close-up photos. You're still probably asking why is he putting that card aside if it's only 44 cents? Because I think it's cool. And value is in the beholder. really is, though. You could sell like a 10-cent card for $100 to the right person. Cards are really only worth what you sell them for. I'm gonna put that on a bumper sticker. The jokey joke funny name, Marion Butts. Another Otis Anderson. Last pack, Santa. Let's do it. Let's do it for Flipper Anderson. Do it for the Gipper. It's not looking good, folks. Well, there's some highlights to it. Got 2 Whitney Houstons, the Walter Payton, there's so many of the crack kills and don't do steroids cards. Lots of officials cards. I probably have a set of coach cards now. And then the World League cards, who I don't even think they had good helmets. They weren't that good anyway. Got the Chris Miller card. The corrected versions of a few different error cards. Oh yeah. That one too. I think that's a pretty interesting one. And then the random Super Bowl card. I think that's weird that it was in there because this set did not have any in it. That was the 90 set that did. So who knows why they did that. Well, I'm going to do some crack. I'm going to go to sleep and do some crack. Hope you guys have a good night. I'm not going to listen to these people telling me to be straight edge. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, y'all. I will see you tomorrow and then Sunday. Hopefully y'all come and hang out so we can go through a bunch of different cards and everything. Appreciate everyone. Rest up. Thanks for spending time with me. And in the words of White Sox Tom, who? I have no idea what I'm saying. Good night, y'all. Thanks again.